Hi everyone. So I want to take you on our August garden tour, and I'm not making excuses, but I will say that things are not the way I want them to be. First of all, it has been thunderstorms every evening, I know, for about a week and a half. So I have not been able to get out here and do what I want to. And with all these thunderstorms comes weeds. And then also, um, as of today, Hurricane Dorian may be coming our way. So I don't know. Um, I just don't know. Last year or the year before that, we had a hurricane and we evacuated to our hometown of Columbus, Georgia. And we thought the hurricane was not coming that way, and it shifted to north, south, east, west Georgia. So we were just caught in the mist. So I want to go ahead and take you on this August garden tour because I'm not sure what will be going on. We'll hear more information coming towards the weekend. If it does come our way, it'll hit about Sunday or Monday, I would say. That's what they're saying, so we will see. So anyway, we'll just start right here because I'm not even going to start in the front, y'all. I have cardboard where I am putting down for the drift roses that I have. We have mothballs up there for the snakes, and then I'm just working on that area. I'll just say that, but I will keep you posted as time goes on. So right here, as you walk through the back gate, this is our little rose area. We're getting some good growth with our boxwoods here. I'm not going to do anything to that. I'm going to let it continue to grow, and hopefully by next spring it'll have enough growth on there where I can start shaping them both into a ball. The roses are starting to put on again. Not only growth but also some buds, but I do notice that something is beginning to eat them, and so I'll probably spray them and we'll see what happens. I did cut back the Gara here because it was getting out of control and weeded, but like I say, with the thunderstorms every day, the weeds are coming back up. But in the morning time, I do notice that we're getting a few Gara blooms since I cut them back, and we're also getting some new growth. So let's go ahead and we'll keep going and walk into the flower and vegetable garden. Okay, so I guess it was some type of high-speed chase. Anyway, if you notice here, the cucumbers are gone. Powdery mildew, worms eating through the cucumbers. So I just pulled it. I had been spraying like BT, and I didn't stay on top of it like I should. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I was on top of it because I didn't. I think I might have sprayed twice. So anyway, what I did was I pulled those, and this was one of my clearance plants that is settling in nicely, but this is one of the plants that needs a lot of deadheading, and you know I'm not a big fan of deadheading, and I know it has to be done. So that's this space, and I hate to pull the basil, but I have to prep for fall. So I'm not sure what I want to put here because I'll tell you, next year I'm really going to look into getting someone out here that really knows about drip irrigation. I got an irrigation guy out here earlier this year, and he talked me into just continuing on with the sprinkler system that I had, and he just added like some sprayers, and I don't know what he did. I'm not gonna talk bad about anybody. I don't know what he did, but I'm not pleased with it. So it is my goal to get someone out here to run drip because we have a sprinkler head that is right here, and I really do feel like that's why the cucumbers got taken out, is because that water was hitting them head on. Even when I did it early in the morning, that was, causing diseases. Now, these are the last two of our sunflowers that we had. I put some pictures on Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. I am letting these go to seed. I love to seed save. I don't want to pull this basil because I'm telling you, I don't know if you can see it, but we have all type of beneficial insects that visit this basil every day. Like, I can hear them, and I hate to pull it on them, so I'll wait till some of the seeds that I started get a little bit more mature. But I'm trying to figure out what I have here that can withstand that sprinkler but won't get too many diseases. So we'll see what happens. If you follow me on Instagram, I bought this little cute bistro set that I absolutely love. It goes good with the garden, and our lantanas are doing very, very well. I also put a picture on that because the butterflies visit this all of the time. Okay, so next, over back here, I'll link my buying plants online video. Now, these were the black and blue salvia. That's one is over there. It seems to be coming back real good. I put some biotone in the hole before I planted them, and it seems to be putting on a lot of new growth. Let me show you all the peppers, and I keep harvesting all of these peppers, y'all, and taking them to work. I absolutely know that they are getting tired of me bringing peppers to work because I'm harvesting like every other day. Let me show you this plant. I mean, they are just like filled with peppers that keep on producing, which I'm definitely not complaining. And we have peppers over there. Our bee balm is also coming back really good. I had to deadhead that, so that's coming back. We had a hard rain, I think last night or the night before, so it kind of spread it out, our angelonia here, and covered up the carnations, so we'll see where that's going. I also gave the salvia a good cleanup. They're putting on new growth, but one did not make it. So let me tell y'all what I did, because I always push the limits here. I never know about the weather. Like, we've had temperatures in the 70s in December before, so I don't know. So what I did is I planted some more cucumbers, but I planted them in a different area. Got cucumbers here, cucumbers there, so we'll see what happens. And I also planted some tomatoes, all types. So we'll just see what's happening. We'll call this like my test area, because I planted them and was lazy and didn't plant them out, so I finally planted them out. I'll also link my video on the cowpeas. They just continue to grow and grow and grow. I picked some on the video, and it seems like they are starting to double and grow in amounts, so we'll just let those continue to grow. I'm really happy with the black-eyed peas. So I'll definitely be saving some seeds and drying some, and we're going to grow those again. We have them in 2 sets. And remember that I told you, if you go back and watch the video, you can harvest them fresh. They're more of a green tinge, or you can wait till they dry and you can harvest them. So now the ones on the lower part of the plant are starting to dry. You can tell with the color. They're not quite ready yet. I'll know when they're ready, like if I shake them and you can kind of hear them inside, but they are starting to dry very well. Okay, I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but let me tell y'all, do not lean an okra plant over. This plant is so tall, and what I was doing was I was leaning it over towards me to try and get to. Like, I would lean it over and I would step up on this little thing and cut it. And so now it's leaning, and these are no good. Those are just those are too long. You don't want to pick them when they get long like that. So I've been cutting the longer ones. I probably have enough seeds for the okra, so I don't need to save any. But yeah, that is a really tall one. It has to be close to 8 feet now, but we still got a total of 9, and they're growing really great. Only a couple of them, like this one. I don't know what happened to the leaves, but they're gone. My eggplant, they are still growing, but I can tell they're getting tired. This was one of my MVPs, y'all, and I was messing around with it, trying to do a lot of staking with it, and ended up bending one of the branches, so that one was dying out. But I'm telling y'all, next year I'm only gonna plant one, because just one has produced so much. Like, I've taken them to work, and I've given them away to the manor house, and they just keep producing and producing. So those are like an MVP. And then these are more basil. I'm not going to plant this much basil next year, and I'll probably plant 2 or 3 varieties, but this is the basil, another section of the garden. And then my zinnias are starting to fall over. You can tell that everything is, growing, but also coming to an end. But when I've cut these hard, I cut them hard and they continue to come back. But if you can see down here, they're starting to fall over. And I tried to use, I think this is like a cucumber trellis. I tried to use that to kind of hold them over so that they don't flop over on the grass. So they're doing what they're doing. And then we'll move over, more basil, but this is the other area where the black-eyed peas are. What I wanted to do is plant them in 2 different areas, because I don't know about these critters here. Like right now, I think a mosquito is on me. They are just ruthless. They're ruthless. They're disrespectful. They just don't care. And I don't know why do they keep bothering me? I just don't know. But make sure you go watch the cowpea video, because these plants are really smart, and you'll know why when you watch the video. Now I'm just going to circle around here. This is our dahlia patch here, which are doing well, and slowly but surely. I just love this color dahlia. They've been doing really good, really good. Guys, don't pay attention to my shirt. This is like my outside shirt that I put on to keep the mosquitoes from biting me. And so yeah, but the only thing, and I had asked for help on Instagram, and you guys may know the answer too. Like, I have the Hort Nova netting on all the dahlias, but I noticed a couple of them, like this one, that was trampling over, and then this one right here, that's kind of falling over, and I definitely don't want them to be in. And I'm hoping we have a lot of tubers when I dig them up, after we get like I don't know when we'll get a frost, because it does come a little bit later. So hopefully after the first or second frost, we can dig up a lot of tubers and replant them next season. Now I'm including this in my garden tour because I'm totally transparent. Like, we can all put pictures on Instagram and they look so pretty, but everything is not pretty, and this section is not. This was one of my late sections starting, and it had like cosmos down here, but the weeds have came back, and then something was eating the leaves. I put BT on there and an organic spray, and if you look right here, they just decided to come back. So that's why I'm saying, when you start a regimen, and I know this, but I don't know, some days I come home and I'm just tired and I'm exhausted and I just don't go out. But when you do start a regimen to get rid of all the bad bugs, you have to stay on it. You absolutely have to, because you may stop them for a week or 2, but they'll come back. So you have to keep on until you don't see any. And something is also eating little small holes in here. So I'm going to get on it, because I got a secret, and I hate to put it out, but I'm going to let you know. I felt like I was so behind that next week, I'm taking the whole week off, the entire whole week. And I have already planned that I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted on that, because I say things and then I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, we have some celosia. This is supposed to be like my cutting garden area, that and the other zinnias. But let me tell you, if you want to start a cut garden and you want a plant that has a nice vase life, these celosias. I think I've had my flower arrangement for about 10 days now, and those celosias are not budging, as looking, dead or whatnot. So the yellow ones, they started being eaten, but it looks like it's coming back. And then we have like the red right here. So I'll take you to the other side of the garden. So I don't know if I shared this in the last video, so I'll share it again. I had the hydrangeas up on the patio, and they were getting way too much sun, and the leaves were getting burnt, if you can see right here. So what I did was move them where I think I want them planted. I don't know if I want them here or down in the other section that I just came from, because if you can see up here, we got a lot of trees, and we've actually had some trim, but we got trees, and it does get like evening sun a little bit, but it doesn't get like that scorching sun. And since I have moved them over here, they're starting to put on new growth, and the new growth is starting to look better. It doesn't look like the leaves are being burnt. Let me go right here. And we have a sprinkler head somewhere over here. Now let me know in the comments, guys. I'm not going to say how many part series, but what I want to do is do a series, because I just bought some azaleas, and then we have the hydrangeas. So this area, let me move back right here. This area I really want to redo. What I want to do is put the hydrangeas over here, like under this tree, because I ended up getting the Encore azaleas, so they're like part sun, and I've been watching the sun. And that's another thing that you have to do when you're gardening and you're first starting out and you're looking at your plants. For a little bit, you have to watch how the sun moves, if it says part sun or full sun, because I think right under this tree will probably be good for the azaleas. Now the only thing is I'm gonna have to fight with the tree roots. And let me tell y'all a quick story, and I said I was not gonna make this video this long, but when we first moved here, I had my grill kind of back in this area because I don't like for the grill smoke to get inside of the house. I threw some water, and that is when I found my first snake. I know it had to be like 6 feet long. I threw the water like back over there, and all of a sudden I just heard some slither, and then it went like in this tree, and then as a matter of fact, in that hole right there, I don't know what lives in there, but I've seen some type of animal come out. So I want to put some stuff right here, but I got to be careful. So I'm thinking about doing a how many ever part series to kind of take you all through recreating this area, because what I really want to do is dedicate this area to my grandmother with the azaleas, because she loved the azaleas. Then she had the little grasses. Now she had a crabapple tree, but we're not gonna do that. So I kind of want to do a series to just taking you to a transformation, but I don't know how long it'll take. I got a picture in my mind of what I want, and I don't know like where to stop. I'm thinking about stopping, you know, like right here, but I gotta be careful about how I do it. My husband is on board for not having a lot of, you know, the more I do to keep him from cutting the grass, the better. So he's not against it, but I just have to make sure I have everything together and just flowing really nicely, and that'll be less grass that he has to cut. So let's go ahead and we'll walk over to the space that we did a new planting with. So if you remember, we did this new space right here when my husband was away. We did this and made it into like a little planting space, and I'm definitely going to extend. I have a lot of I have peonies that I ordered coming, just a lot of little things, but I know I'm going to end up like extending it down and doing that area back over there, but it takes time and it takes money, and a lot of times, you know, our saying is my money is funny and my change is strange, so we just got to work to it. Plus I'm doing the David Ramsey money makeover, because I really need to watch my spending. But these were the clearance azaleas that we picked up, putting on a lot of new growth. I think they're doing good. What I probably need to do is come in and do some deadheading, but I'm really pleased with these. These are the ones that they say that it they can do sun, and I think I planted these like in July. I have to go look back at the footage. So they've been getting some sun, so we'll see. The angelonias are coming good. What I really need to do in here is weed. And this is embarrassing, and I need to edge up again. But I tell you who loves this area. Right here. Right here. The roses love this new area. And if you have like little small single bud vase, I need to come out here. Like I said, it's been raining, but I need to come out here and pick this, because let me tell y'all, the more you cut, the more they come. And this was my $2.99 clearance plant at the Kroger. If you all have a Kroger's, I picked this up and it was so small. Put it in a smaller pot, it was doing okay, but when I put it in this pot and set it over here, amazing. And I just love it. And the white ones smell exceptionally well, so I'm just really pleased with these. I really am. So, and they're doing like long stems too. That's what I love about it. So here's our other azalea. I need to come and clean up, and I just need to come and redefine this area again, and I'll probably make a video about it. I need to redefine this area, but as long as I see new growth, I am happy. I'm happy with that, because I know next season it's going to be amazing with the growth. It's going to be so pretty. I had put this there as a placeholder, but I know once they start growing and flowing out, they're not going to need these little annuals here. And the only reason why I put them here is just so it doesn't look like empty. But I know that I think they grow like 8 feet tall, and I don't know if it's 8 feet wide or 5 feet wide, but they grow enough. I spaced them so that they can kind of grow together. So this is the side view. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love when the lights come on, but I do need to weed, so we'll work on that. Okay, so the last area I want to show you is our little garden here. This lavender is coming back, but I don't like the way it looks. And if I don't like the way something looks, I used to try to work with it, but I've started, if I don't like the way it looks, I pull it. These are clearance phlox that we got. Make sure you watch our video where you just couldn't beat it. You could not beat them, because there was nothing wrong with these plants. We got a couple obedient plants that I need to plant. Our carnations or dianthus, these are starting to come back, because you can tell the weather is definitely cooling off a little bit. I think we're now, just say low 74, high maybe 87 to 91. Our lemon coral sedum, I'm planting this next year. I should have planted more, but I had the supertunias, and you know that most of them didn't make it. This supertunia bubblegum started coming back, but I'm not sure what's happening to that. I do plan on planting, probably, I've started a lot of pansies from seed, so I'll probably start planting those. We got another phlox right here I need to plant, because these geraniums, you probably can hardly see them. They're not doing really good. And this lavender is going to be pulled. It's going to be pulled. So let me just show you really quick, and then we're wrapping it up, what needs to be potted and what I'm growing. Okay, so here are our azaleas real quick, where I'm wanting to make the section at. And I started off with 3, went back and measured. So I have 6, and I'm hoping that'll be enough, because I think they grow about 3 to 4 feet high and wide. And then these are all the clearance plants that I have accumulated. I need to deadhead and get those planted. And then our bay leaf, I need to get those planted, and our lemon and orange tree. But let me show you what I did plant. This moringa is definitely doing good. I planted 3, and I should be ashamed, because I told my dad I would send him some seeds Monday, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to get it in the mail. The moringa tree is doing really good. This is also known as the drumstick tree. The whole tree is edible. It has a lot of medicinal qualities. Make sure that you look it up. The lemon verbena that we got from the online plant haul, they are coming back. They're coming back. Now, you remember the way it looked, it's putting on new growth, but when I tell you this plant smells so good, it just smells so good. But they sent me an email. I'm going to let them know that they can work on their shipping just a little bit, because what I'm going to do is probably continue to let it grow, and then maybe clip it next season, because I want it to be bushy. I'm not pleased with the way it's looking now, but I do want it to go ahead and put on as much new growth as possible. And then that's pretty much it. I'm starting a lot of seeds inside. I still got so much to do, so much garden planning. But let me just say this: if you all are in the area of Hurricane Dorian, please be safe and stay safe. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and please share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, we would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.